on the helpline at Winston's Wish, and this is my son Joshua.
Hello.
And today we're going to show you how to make a star light thing for Fortnite. Okay, so we're going to show you how to make this, and it's very easy. Even a child can do it.
Especially this child.
Yes. So first of all, what you'll need is a tube. So we're using a Pringles tube. Other brands are available. But you can use any tube. I think you probably could even use like a toilet roll tube. And I think toilet rolls are okay now. Yes, Darcy. Yes, I will make you a drink in a minute. So you can probably use a toilet roll tube. There was a time where toilet rolls were like worth as much as a 3-bed semi in a nice area, but I think they're okay now. So if you can get one, you can use that. So the first thing that we're going to do is you need to use the lid of your tub or tube, and you need to cut a small circle out, but you need to make sure that the whole rim still stays intact so that you can pop it back on. Okay, so while I cut that out, now this is sharp, so you may need to ask an adult for help.
Oh, can I have help?
Of course you can. I will use my scissors and I will do it myself. So while I'm doing that, Joshua's going to start to decorate the tube. Now you can use paint or glitter. You can do whatever you want. So Joshua is going to crack on and do that whilst I make a small, very careful, I'm going to cut out a circle out of this. Okay, so you should end up with something like that, which will be used to put the bit that you're going to project through onto here. So Joshua is just wrapping his tube.
Just to get that extra bit.
Okay, you're going to hold it while I tape it on. So Joshua, what sort of look are you going for? What were you thinking with your design here?
Stars.
Stars. So the night sky.
Yeah.
Drawing inspiration from our wonderful universe. Yes?
Yes.
So while Joshua is decorating that, I will show you the next element, which you need some cardboard. And what you need to do is draw around the lid and make a cardboard circle, which you are then going to use to draw your constellation on. So you can make as many of these as you want because you can just swap them around. So you could even do like the letter of your name, or you can do anything. You can do a real constellation if you want to look up. Parents, this would be an excellent opportunity for some homeschool learning. You could learn about a certain constellation and then you could draw it out on here. Or you could just make it up. Lovely. A little bit more time and we can make that even more spectacular. So you've got your piece of cardboard, and this is where you draw your constellation. So constellation normally has lots of stars and joined up by lines, which there's like a plough, and there is the
Someone on a throne.
the Orion's belt.
Orion's belt, yeah.
Not sure that my astronomy is very good. So Josh, do you want to draw your constellation on here with the dots, and then we're using something sharp to make the holes.
So just draw a constellation.
So while Joshua does that, in the end of your tubes, you've got one end which is open, which you will be putting the lid on. On the other end is where you will be shining your light through. So ideally a torch, but if you haven't got a torch, actually the light from your phone works just as well. Don't be going out buying torches because Essential Journey is only right now. So we need to draw around. If you're using the light from your phone, just make a small hole. Okay, lovely. Would you like to show the camera, Joshua?
There's my constellation.
That's fantastic. So where you've drawn out, you now need to cut that out, which again is a time when you need parents or maybe someone with a little bit more strength to do it. If you have a Stanley knife, I feel like that would be probably a good option right now. There we go. Lovely. So Joshua, while I'm cutting out that, very carefully with the sharp tip, and there's a pencil sharpener there if you need it, do you want to make some holes right through where your dots are?
I could try.
Now it turns out the end of a Pringles tube is actually made of metal, which makes it quite difficult to cut.
Makes a lot of sound as well. Oh no, you've broken it! No!
Sauce about that. Let's just put that back together. Okay, so I've made not very neat and slightly sharp, so we'll have to, what I'm going to do is going to put some tape over that so that no small fingers hurt themselves. Perfect. Okay, so I've just put, well done Joshua. So I've just put some tape around. If you're using a Pringle tube, it is actually quite difficult. It's like metal on the bottom. So I've put some tape around just to take any of the sharp edges. So we've got a hole at one end, beautifully decorated, and still smells of Pringles. Lovely. And then we've got the plastic lid with a hole cut out, which we can slot back on the top. So we just need our constellation, and we're just going to make one tip. You can make lots, or the kids can make their own. I reckon you could even draw lines with like an initial and cut the holes out. So there it is, all cut out. So now we're going to pop it back into here, which it fits perfectly, and then we're going to pop it on top of the Pringles tube. And then we're going to go and try it out. Hello. So we are now in our downstairs toilet, which is a lovely place. But it's dark, there's no window, so it's a perfect place to try this out. So Joshua, if you could just hold the phone, I'm just going to put the torch into, and we're going to shine it over that wall.
There you go.
There we go. The constellations are on the door
Of the platypus.
and if all the family make them, it would look really pretty in your fort Saturday night, snuggled under a duvet with a pizza, projecting your constellations.
I want to do that.
Have fun, guys!
Bye!
Bye!